Hi, this is Gene from Listening in Radio KB9001MWDX, KB9001SWL, and of course my ham radio call sign WN9CWC. I've actually been involved in a radio hobby for pretty much most of my life since I was a teenager, and it's kind of come and gone, and it's a very solid part of what I do now, and as everybody can tell from the videos that I post here. I'd like to add another layer of content to listening in radio, and that's discussion about UFOs or UAPs, unidentified flying objects or unidentified aerial phenomena. This isn't a new thing, and I've had some profound experiences, and I would certainly like to hear everybody else's experience. Here, my very, very first UFO experience was extremely profound and kind of tapped into my imagination very heavily for the rest of my life. It was about around 1980, 1979, 1980. It was the time that Skylab, and you can look this up online, and when Skylab's orbit was deteriorating, and they were predicting when and where it would come down, and they were giving people times that the Skylab would pass over their homes. And I was living in Alameda, California at the time, and I went out to look for Skylab, and I saw something completely shockingly different. I did see Skylab a couple minutes later as it came over, but the first thing I saw was a UFO that came over the house where I lived, and it was an extremely large UFO, and it was about the size of a football field. It was dark, triangular, with a few what appeared to be dim white running lights alongside. It made no sound. It rotated over my head and over the house. There were multiple witnesses, and it moved off over the horizon silently. And I understand that other witnesses saw it take off at a high rate of speed out of the atmosphere. So that was my first one. And the second one I seen out in the Pacific off of the coast of San Diego and off of Coronado Island, which is something I could talk about in detail later on in another installment. But as a ham radio operator and radio monitoring person, we're very interested in UFO phenomena. I think it's something that comes up quite often in our circles. In fact, on ham radio, there was even a UFO net on HF that took place for a while. But I just want to spark some imagination here and get some comments from people on your experiences, because I am sure there are many, and I've seen them multiple times now. I'm talking like 5, 6, 7 times. I've kind of lost count recently, but it's pretty interesting stuff and a lot going on in the skies if you keep your eyes peeled to it. So I'd like to hear what you've all seen, and I'd like to hear your experiences out there. And please drop them down in the low bar comment, and let me know what you've seen. Really appreciate it. All right, have a good day.